Hi everyone, welcome back to elearningbridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. So we are back again with a fresh interview experience of data engineering playlist. So guys, before starting the video, I would like to share one thing. I was planning to record this video next week because I was suffering from mild fever and cold since last 3-4 days. Still not feeling very well, but since I have promised you guys that every Wednesday I will drop one video regarding data engineering, so I'm doing that part. And guys, it's my advice, since winter is coming and weather is also changing, so it is very crucial time for us. So please stay safe, stay home and take care yourself and your family too. So guys, this was the most awaited video because the day I posted about my job change on LinkedIn, from that day I was getting lots of requests, lots of questions to share my data engineer role interview experience with Amazon, and I was waiting for a good time to record that video. Now I think it's a good time where I can share my experience to the larger audience. So watch this video till then. If you are entry level fresher or experienced guy having 1 or 2 years of experience, it could be very useful for you to prepare for data engineering roles in tech giants. And if you know someone who is preparing for this role, please share that video with him or her. It might be useful for them. They could prepare their interviews accordingly. If you are new to the channel, then also hit the subscribe button so that you are updated with the latest interview experience on elearningbridge. And also guys, our membership plans are helping lots of people to get good mentorship and career guidance regarding the interview preparation and big data field. So if you are also looking for the same, then click on the join button and choose any membership plan according to your needs. It could be helpful for you as well. Now let's start with the main part of this video, my interview experience for data engineer role at Amazon. And guys, in my previous videos I have covered my data engineering role interview experience with Paytm and McKinsey & Company. If you haven't checked that out, click on the I button and watch those videos as well. So guys, in the interview process there were in total 6 rounds, including the bar raiser and hiring manager round. But before that, the main step was resume shortlisting. As you all know, previously I was rejected by Amazon, and at that time I applied through their career page and I got the interview call. This time I tried through referral system. One of my friend was working there. I asked him to refer me. After few weeks I got the interview call. So guys, the starting 4 rounds were technical discussion, 5th round was bar raiser, and the 6th round with hiring manager. So let's talk about the first interview round. In the first interview round, interviewer started with the basics of window function in SQL. After that, she asked me one SQL query to solve. So the query was like, you have one table where airport as source and we have another table where airports as destination, and records were like A is source airport, B is destination airport, B is source airport, A is destination airport. So as we can see, there are entry for A, B, B, A. So what we had to do, we had to remove all such records which are of like B, A. I mean, we only need to keep A, B kind of records in the tables. So that was the query she asked me. I was able to give the approach and was able to solve it. Then after that, she asked me super easy coding question which I had to solve in Python, and that question was find the repeated characters in given string, and it took a fraction of minute for me to solve that question in Python. So guys, all the interview rounds were supposed to be taken by the guys who were sitting in the Seattle. So the complete interview process was virtual, like on video call, and it was my first virtual interview experience, which was quite good. Now let's talk about the second interview round. So guys, this interview round was majorly around my previous experience, projects and whatever work I have done in my past. So there were questions around my previous projects, what was the problem, what was the use case we were solving, what were the challenges we faced. Then there was a question when we create batch or real-time data pipelines, then what all challenges we used to face while creating those pipelines. And there were questions around cloud services which I used in my previous projects. Now let's talk about the third interview round. In this round, again interviewer started with SQL queries which were related to nested joins and group bys. Then there were basic questions around popular big data framework Apache Spark, and there were questions regarding columnar NoSQL databases because I worked on NoSQL databases as well in my previous projects. and at last he asked me one coding question which was related to prime numbers, and I solved it using segmented sieve. So guys, here's one important thing to notice, which even I talked about in my previous videos of data engineering playlist, and even in the video where I have discussed about must-have skill sets for data engineer. You can click on the I button and check that video. There I clearly emphasized on two very important skill sets. One, the SQL queries, SQL writing. Second was problem solving, data structures and algorithms. So guys, this is the base of this data engineering role. So please have a good understanding of those two things: SQL, problem solving, data structures and algorithms. It is very important to crack this interview round. Now let's talk about the fourth interview round. This interview round started with the discussion on my previous projects, what kind of projects I did in my past, what was the problem use case, how we solved it, what was the challenges, what all tech stack you use, such kind of questions. Then there were basic questions regarding data warehousing like star schema, snowflake schema, dimensions and many more. And at last again that interviewer asked me to write some SQL queries which were mostly related to case when statement with group bias. So this was all about the fourth round. Now let's talk about the fifth and very important round in each and every interview process for Amazon, that is bar raiser. I'm not sure if you have checked the previous interview experience of Amazon, but if not, then let me tell you one thing: the bar raiser round is very important round of interview process in Amazon, and everyone has to go through it. And the criteria for this interview round is not fixed. I mean, there could be technical questions, there could be situational and behavioral questions. They judge on different parameters, so the criteria is not that much fixed. But one thing is fixed, which they will check definitely, that is 14 leadership principles of Amazon. In the bar raiser round, there will definitely indirect questions regarding those 14 leadership principles. So whenever you will receive mails from Amazon recruiter, then they will attach one PDF file where all these 14 leadership principles are defined. So before appearing into the interview rounds, go through with those leadership principles, because there will be some situational and behavioral questions which will be indirect regarding those 14 leadership principles. So same happened with me. There were no as such technical questions, but more about indirect questions regarding these 14 leadership principles, like whether you have worked in strict timelines or not. Did you ever have some kind of conflicts with your manager or teammates? Did you do any kind of mistakes in your project? And if yes, then how did you communicate it to your manager and your team? Let's say there are 3-4 people in your team and everybody has different opinion or different idea for particular thing, and you want to convince them, then how you will probably do that. So such kind of behavioral and situational based questions. To be very honest, there is no fixed answers for that. This is like very spontaneous. So before appearing into the interview rounds, recall your previous experience, your previous projects, whatever you have done in the past, whatever kind of challenges and mistakes you have done in your previous organization or with previous projects. That kind of thing you can recall before going for this round. Now let's talk about the sixth and final round of the interview process, and that was with the hiring manager. The round was about 30 minutes. And in this round, again, the major discussion was regarding my previous projects and the kind of use cases I have worked in past, and some questions regarding the cloud services which I use in my previous projects, because majorly I work on the AWS services, and in Amazon to solve different problem use cases, we definitely work on AWS cloud service. So that's why there were questions around that, and that was all about in the sixth round, and that was all about the complete interview process of Amazon for data engineer role. And then after that, after 2-3 weeks, I got the confirmation letter for my selection, and after that there was some salary discussion, and once the things were finalized, I got the offer letter from Amazon and I joined their Bangalore team by 16th March 2020. So guys, that was all about the complete interview process of Amazon for data engineer role. So if you are new, if you are beginner, or even if you are entry level freshers, so this will be the similar process you guys will be facing for data engineer role, and I hope this video will help you to prepare your interview rounds accordingly. So if I conclude the entire interview process in few sentences, so the major focus was SQL writing, Second, problem solving. Third, big data, DWH basics. Fourth, project discussion, and some questions regarding the cloud services. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys like this video, and if you did, then hit the like button, share the video with your friends who are preparing for data engineer role and targeting tech giants like Amazon. And if you are new to the channel, then hit the subscribe button, press the notification icon so that you are updated with the every interview experience video on eLearningbridge. So guys, just stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself in these winters. Let's meet on the next Wednesday with something new for the data engineering playlist. Till then, bye bye.